we're going at the final of the interview. Let's talk about your influences. Can you talk about Jerry Reed? Jerry, about your influences, musical influences.
Oh, my influences. Scusate, io non parlo italiano.
And I talk English.
Io non parlo inglese. Scusate. No, my influences are massive. I mean, I'm influenced by everybody.
You also dedicated a wonderful song to Jerry Reed. It's called Old Brother Hubbard.
Yes, that's right.
And
well, you know why I called it Old Brother Hubbard? Because his real name is Jerry Hubbard. See? And we have in English we have an old poem which was Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard, blah blah blah, right? So I changed mother to brother, Old Brother Hubbard. Okay? So with that song, what I tried to do with Old Brother Hubbard is I based the idea on trying to write something in Jerry's style as a tribute to him. So there's a song he wrote called Twitchy, which him and Chet Atkins recorded, which goes like this. Right? And so it had that. So I did. Right? So I use the same idea of the melody going up and up and up and up like that, you know? And then I then the ending goes. Okay, and the guitar goes out of tune. But Jerry was one of my big influences, as was Chet Atkins, of course, and Mel Travis. But Django Reinhardt was just as important. Albert Lee, James Burton. James Burton and Albert Lee particularly were really big influences. Roy Nichols, another man, Don Rich, Buck Owens. My brother was a big influence on me when we were young. And I listened to everybody. I listened to Barney Kessel and Herb Ellis and Joe Pass and so many players, you know. George Benson I'm a big fan of George Benson and Larry Carlton. Robin Ford and guys like that. I listen to all kinds of music. I love flamenco. Last night I was listening to Pedro Avia Gonzalez, who's one of my favorites from Barcelona, and he has a wonderful solo album out, you know. But I have seen Pedro play with a trio, playing flamenco and going into songs like Sultans of Swing and being creative, you know. So I listen to all kinds of music. But to move my soul, I very rarely listen to guitar players. What moves me is singers and songwriters. So if I want to be moved, I'll listen to Elton John or Billy Joel or Stevie Wonder, James Taylor, Phil Collins, people whose music moves the world. That's what I'm interested in. Respira del mondo. That's what I'm interested in. That's why I don't sit around listening to all other guitar players thinking, oh, I wish I could be like that. I don't think like that at all. I'm more interested in writing something that everybody will be able to catch. Just the other night in Germania, I got a young boy, 9 years old, on the stage, and he played this Eric Clapton. All right, he played this song, Sign. He played that, and then he played Tears in Heaven, and I sang it, 9 years old. And I said to the audience, here is the perfect example to us of how important somebody like Eric Clapton is in the world, because this 9-year-old boy can play this song and he's inspired by this music. He will become a great guitar player because of that. And that's why a guy like Eric Clapton is so important, you know. It's not all about technique at all. It's about the quality of his songs. It doesn't matter whether you can play good or bad or in between. If you write a good song, it moves a lot of people. Oh, excuse me.
I forget my mistake. One technique question that for our readers is so important.
Niente.
About your action.
What about?
Because you use a very low action.
Yes, it's
but
pretty
you
low.
also have
A fat tone.
in fact, you are very big sound.
Big sound, yeah. Well, the sound that I make is the sound that I hear in my head. I want a big sound. I want a sound as big as the band, just this guitar. So that's why, you know, the sound I get is the sound I hear in my head. That's what I want to sound like. So I use this guitar, everything is on 10. Boom, loud as can be. In the amplifier's up. Now into the PA. Now it's a big sound. Yeah. You must think in a bigger way, you know, and that's how I get my sound. My guitar is not very loud acoustically. Right? It has a nice sound. It's not as loud as a Collins or a Martin, but it has no guitar on earth has a pickup system like a Maiden. You can plug it into anything. It kills everything. It's fantastic. And that's why I love these guitars. And this guitar particularly has a lot of wonderful soul to it, you know. And the moment I got this guitar in April of 2003, I got this guitar brand new. The moment I held it, I said, this is my guitar. I knew it straight away. Like, it's my baby, you know. And and you can see by the back of the neck here, I have worn all the finish off just by playing it so much, you know. So this is different. This is me banging on it and doing all that. But this is work. And this is the 4th set of frets since 2003. Yeah. So I do a lot of playing, and when I'm not on the stage or traveling on a plane, I'm practicing my guitar.
Tommy, thank you so much to give us the chance to talk
Prego,
with you.
prego. Grazie.
And if you want to say hello to our reader of our magazine, that is Chitarre. Chitarre, that means guitars in English. Chitarre.
Chitarre.
And Accordo, that is our webpage. Accordo.
Oh, Guitarra and Accordo webpage. Oh, well, thank you very much for tuning in. Grazie, and I wish you many happy mozzarella di bufala and pomodorini pizzas. Thank you.